Hello, this is Jamie Lloyd, and this is my PowerPoint presentation, Stakeholder Education Plan, a school-based asthma project. Therefore, it is important to engage in a school-based intervention. Notably, the intervention entails education stakeholder groups. By adopting a stepwise procedure, the education could be beneficial for various reasons and account for the choice of the stakeholders groups. For instance, they aid in financing, monitoring, managing, and advising. The vulnerability of elementary school learners has led to the choice, and this video highlights some of the steps that will be adopted to foster the implementation of a school-based asthma education plan. And the selected intervention stakeholders will spearhead the implementation. Therefore, it is important to educate them regarding the prevention and management of asthma. This group will include parents, guardians, school administrators, the teaching staff, school directors, members of the Board of Governors, school nurses, and the subordinate or non-teaching staff. These members will gain knowledge about the prevention and management of asthma, playing various roles. Parents and guardians will be educated about environmental consciousness. In turn, the group will be expected to facilitate the program. Specifically, facilitation will be done in a situation where devices are requested of their children. Also, the group will be taught about triggers and allergens. In doing so, parents and guardians will aid in minimizing elementary children's exposures to the agents. Regarding the role of the school administrator groups, they will be encouraged to spearhead the practice of examining the relationship between school absenteeism that results from asthma attacks and the child's performance. In turn, the analytical outcomes are projected to give them insight into the need for healthcare improvement towards improvement of academic performances. The teaching staff and school nurses will be sensitized about the methods of monitoring the prevalence or frequency as well as the interval of asthma attacks, whereas the teaching staff will be taught about the process of maintaining school attendance registers to track the rate of asthma-related absenteeism and the impact of the intervention on school attendance rates. Nurses will be taught about the process of maintaining health records should the children experience attacks while in the school, and be taught about some of the steps that can be done to sustain a supportive environment that could be asthma trigger free, including the techniques of regularly dusting physical structures. Head teachers and other school administrators will be taught about collaborative capacity building. This element is critical because the stakeholders will foster interdepartmental communication. Additionally, education about capacity building will enable the administrators to form a link. The link will be between directors or members of the board and the rest of the school. As such, school administrators will foster the communication process. The latter will occur in terms of top-down and bottom-up approach. The teaching staff will be taught about the process of maintaining records. Regarding absenteeism, this will focus on the interval, frequency, duration, times of the year, absenteeism. Also, the teaching staff will be taught about environmental consciousness Specifically, the group will be taught about potential triggers such as dust and certain smells or perfumes. In turn, the staff will be expected to foster a supportive and enabling environment. Also, the teaching staff will be educated about the role of physical activity. Besides the teaching staff, will be educated counseling mechanisms to be offered to asthmatic children. In doing so, regular exercise and trauma elimination might be achieved. School nurses should be educated about record-keeping procedures. As such, the group will perform the role of delineating asthma-related treatments from others. Additionally, school nurses will monitor the asthmatic child's progress as the program progresses. In turn, the record will give insight into the level of success in the school-based education. Lastly, nurses will be sensitized about relevant emergency procedure should children experience asthma. The non-teaching and subordinate staff will also play a crucial role. Stakeholders will be educated about critical procedures of realizing a supportive physical environment. The information will involve regular dusting of windows and doors, maintaining dust-free walls, gardening and eliminating pavements to minimize dust along footpaths. In doing so, potential triggers might be curbed. The proposed educational intervention is that which concerns the provision of a school-based education program to reduce adversities that arise from asthma attacks among elementary school children. The adversities include loss of working hours among parents, school absenteeism, preventable hospitalizations, poor academic performance, and poor concentration and classroom participation. As such, it is projected that in implementation of this intervention will foster a near uniform operation in terms of school attendance, academic performance, and other school related practices. So the first step will involve informing the leadership teams about potential or positive implications that could arise from the intervention, including reduced absenteeism, improved academic outcomes, the realization of a supportive and healthier learning environment for asthmatic students, reduced disruptions in classrooms due to alertness, appropriate emergency care, improved adherence and access to appropriate asthma medications, and full student participation in physical activities. Other steps through which stakeholders will be educated will include establishing a team that aids in developing, implementing, and monitoring the asthma management program, identifying and tracking elementary school children who have asthma, encouraging parents to provide resources, supportive services, and care for children who have asthma, ensuring easy and quick access to prescribed medications, especially learners who carry and self-administer medications, maintaining a school-wide plan regarding emergency responses for asthmatic children, reducing asthma triggers such as allergens and irritants by providing a healthy school environment, enabling full participations by learners diagnosed with asthma, and promoting partnership among parents and guardians, students, and school staff. So, seeking permission or attention and holding meetings during convenient times, stating the interventions or programs overall observations, explaining the impact of the intervention, asking for the stakeholders' reactions, suggesting concrete next steps, and reviewing major points. Summarizing and expressive support are also part of the delivery process. So, in conclusion, a significant number of elementary school children continue to be diagnosed with asthma. The condition has led to the loss of millions of days of school among the affected populations. To curb the adversities arising from asthma attacks, a school-based education program has been proposed. Some of the stakeholders to be involved in the plan will include parents and guardians, school administrators, school directors, members of the Board of Governors, school nurses, and the subordinate or non-teaching staff. Projected outcomes include the children's ability to focus at school during the day and sleep well at night, the ability of the learners to spend time in classrooms, and the capacity of the learners to avoid embarrassment or anxiety regarding asthma symptoms and flare-ups. Overall, the intervention aims at enabling elementary school learners to play sports, run, study, and fully engage in all school activities. Thank you for your attention and for listening to my presentation.